Hi, I'm Clay.
And I'm Scott.
Every episode, we each bring up something that we think is bullshit.
And we don't know what each other's topics are going to be.
We do some research and try to present our view as best we can.
But we're experts of nothing.
This is I Call Bullshit. All right, I Call Bullshit, episode 2-ish.
Yeah.
I guess, right?
right.
Into our reboot years. The
Yep.
reboot years, that's what we should call this.
It's like
Maybe.
2/41 or
Yeah.
something. 42. It's like we were in the 40s.
No, we were only in the 20s.
20s.
Yeah, 20s.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Trying to make it sound better.
I'm
Yeah.
53. I don't know how you guys are, but I'm an old fuck.
Are you really 53?
Yes.
You look good for 53.
Thank
Move
you.
in.
That's debatable. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could date me.
He
My
looks
wife
good
won't
for
mind.
There you go.
Yeah,
And we have a
so-
guest in house.
Yeah, well, we should set this up. So Marshall's here as always. We got to, if we didn't already, Marshall will be part of the intro shortly.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm going to redo it.
Maybe by the time everybody hears this, I might have already edited it together.
Well, if he takes his meds.
Yeah. If not, it'll be a memorial.
And the intro will stay the same.
Right. And then Scott brought a guest with us today, Gary.
Yeah. What's up, Gary?
The neighbor.
The neighbor.
Gary the neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're
Gary,
more
thanks for
than
coming in, man.
We're more than just neighbors.
Oh,
though.
thanks for having me.
Cool.
We're more than just neighbors.
Yes.
What's that mean?
Means
They're
exactly what
drinking
you think it
buddies.
means.
Yeah.
Well, that too.
So we
By the way, if Marshall dies, we can just bring Gary in and we can just call him White,
Hey,
White
hey.
Marshall.
time out. I'm not dying.
White
Ever?
Marshall.
Not dying.
eventually you are. Bad
Yeah,
news.
you're gonna die.
Spoiler alert.
Maybe not yet, but one day.
It's coming.
What
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers.
matters?
Mathers.
You do matter.
That's right.
So yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Now,
Episode 2.
Now you said a teaser in the last episode.
That's
You
right.
teased this show. And
Well,
this
first
is
we got to
the-
talk about who's going to go first.
You are.
That's normally what we do.
You're
Yes.
going first
Why am I going first?
because you got a teaser that needs to be teased.
All right.
No, it doesn't need to be teased.
No, it needs to be pleased. That's right.
Pleased.
Yeah.
I like that. The teaser that needs to be pleased. All right. So on the last episode, I told everybody I ordered air fresheners.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So we call bullshit on air fresheners and everything. So along the way in that process, something fucked up happened to me. Right. So I'll tell the story how it happens.
So you're going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Unless you don't want me to.
No, I think you should.
What do you have? You have
No.
a good topic?
You know, no, good. Let me tell you about these smokers. Go ahead. I'm joking.
So I ordered these things, and I wanted them here by last Friday, right? So we were originally going to try to do this podcast recording last Friday, and then because I didn't get the air fresheners in time, and I'm pointing up because there's one hanging from the ceiling if you can't
Smells
see it.
good.
Yeah.
Smells like dark ice.
It does kind of smell like dark
Yeah.
ice in here, doesn't it? It smells good. We had to postpone that podcast because these things didn't get there on time. So I was pissed off about that because I paid extra to the website that I ordered them from to be there on time. So I wrote the guy an email, right? I'm not going to read the whole email. I'll just kind of,
Wing it.
abbreviate what I did
Sure.
here. So I wrote him an email saying like, look, I wanted these things I needed them here by Friday. They should have been here by Thursday, according to your site.
paid
but
for
now
this.
I paid for this, and now they're not going to be here till Saturday. This is unacceptable. So the guy from the site, the air freshener site, writes me back and says, well, the problem is that you selected United States Postal Service for them to be delivered, right? Okay, I'm not calling bullshit on the Postal Service,
Yeah, I got you.
right?
Where,
But apparently,
where are they coming from?
But Ohio, I think they were me.
Oh, okay. In the United. Yeah, all right. I got you. How's that a problem? But go ahead.
So apparently, because I selected the Postal Service, that one particular thing, I selected 2-day Postal Service, not guaranteed by their site. So that was the one thing I could have selected that wasn't guaranteed.
Wow.
So he proves this to me by sending me a screenshot, right, of their like checkout, right, on their website. It says like United States Postal Service, and he says in the email like, well, you selected this, and because of that, it's not guaranteed to this and everything else. And then he goes one step further, like he's kind of spiking a football on me now, right? And he says, in fact, if you want, I've enclosed a link at the bottom of this email. You can click that, and you can actually see the video record of you checking out. Like, okay. So I click the link, right? And sure enough, it leads me to a website that I've never been a part of or known anything about. And you can actually see me, my mouse pointer,
What?
navigating their site.
Fuck.
Yeah.
They were recording you?
It's called session
Session
recording.
recording. Yeah.
Yep. You heard about that?
Yes.
Really?
It's called session recording.
You watched the 5 o'clock news, didn't you?
No. I had that done before.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, crazy, right? So let me show you.
You have that?
Yeah, so I could show you.
Oh,
here.
dude, I hope you're like shoving like a hot dog in your face.
No, no,
like 3 in the morning.
No.
It just shows
to
you
be
the
clear, to be
mouse
clear, you don't
movement.
see me.
Oh.
You
Show you
see,
the
you
mouse
see my
movement.
actions on their website. You see the
How do they
mouse
know it's
moving
you?
around. The mouse moving around.
Oh,
You see.
okay, I
You
got you now.
see. Right.
Oh, okay.
You see the text fields being filled in. So you see my name. You see me typing.
Now it makes
and then
more sense.
mistyping, right?
Session recording. I get
Session
you now.
recording,
I thought
right?
it was like they tap into your computer and
Nope,
have a
I
video
can
of
show
you.
you. So I'll show you here.
That happened to me when I was doing a clean out of my Mac.
Right.
So
Of your Mac?
yeah,
Oh, they recorded the whole thing that you did?
the Apple.
Or you
yeah,
recorded? Okay.
they take control of it.
1 second here. That's not Skype. It's Safari.
See, I thought they were actually recording your face.
No, I gotta just call this up so this program will see it. So I
Yep.
can put it on the air for you guys. And then over here. No, not my face, but here, watch. Just make sure that my info's on there. Okay. So I'll hit play on this and then you can watch. This is what this guy sent me. This is me ordering these fucking things.
Is this going out?
This part's going out.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
you can see this on YouTube. Right, so you can see across the top up here too. There's a little taskbar. My IP address is up here. My IP address is over there. That's pretty much like your home address.
Yeah.
So you're watching. That's my mouse moving around while I'm fucking around trying to figure this out. How to order these things. That's like an actual recording
so
of me doing
weird,
this.
man.
Isn't that weird to watch
It's
that?
really weird.
That's screwed up.
So I'm calling bullshit on session recording.
And that guy was like throwing it in your face, motherfucker, like domino.
Yeah, kind of. In fact, you could look right here and watch yourself check out, so you could see what you selected.
Yeah.
So
Look how
okay,
advanced we are.
Yeah. So okay, whatever with that. It's like, like I said, he's sort of spiking the football on me there. But this
That's kinda
bugged me out
illegal.
so much. That bugged me out so much because I went to this site, makemyfresheners.com to order these things, right? And the site that he linked me to is this other site. You can see it up here on the URL, inspectlet.com. So that's another service that this freshener site is paying to do this session recording. So that's a third-party site now.
Okay.
Those people are the ones who are storing all my info. Those are the people that have the video records from that other guy's site.
Okay.
So they're storing it all on their cloud services, right?
Yeah.
So that's my info on a third-party site that I knew nothing about, right? Didn't accept terms, none of it. I just navigated a fucking website,
Yeah.
and all my info's on there.
Is that legal?
No,
I think it is.
That can't
right?
be.
It's just sort of out there right now. It's all with information and I went back and forth in the emails with this guy and whatever with that, right? So, that
Whatever
guy's
with
just,
the legality side, you mean?
no, whatever with my emails with the guy from the freshener site
Okay,
about
okay,
this, because I wrote that guy back saying that this is creepy. Like, you guys got like video records of me navigating your site and everything. And then I went to Inspectlet. So, you get like inspectlet.com and then all the shit after it. And I just deleted all the shit after it and went to their regular site. And actually, I could probably do that now too. Just to show you. Inspectlet.com. Okay, here it is. All right, so this is their site. This is the service that they offer. So this is session recording. Here's some of their clients: Shopify, eBay,
Oh my
ABC, Sirius. So if you're going on those sites,
They're all.
fucking recording you.
But for what?
So what they're doing with this is they're figuring out how people are using their site, right? So they're figuring out like, okay, somebody comes to my site and they either make a purchase or they don't. So they're interested in finding out how people are navigating. So they want to see like, did you click on this? Did you click on that? Okay, nobody's clicking on this, so that's fucking useless. So from their standpoint, totally get it, right? From any company that wants to use them, totally fucking get it, right? Because it's their business. Like if I had a website and I'm selling things on it, I'd want to sell things on it. I'd want to know how people are using and navigating. I get it. But me as a user who's just ordering these fucking things and I'm putting my credit card information, like I didn't tell that other site that Inspectlet could use my and house my credit card information.
Right.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
what
But
makes
there
Typing
it
that
is.
shit in
Legal.
there. Yeah, good point.
But there it is. And now in Speclet's terms, right? And I could be misinterpreting this, but it seems to me that in their terms, and I read through them, that data held on their site could be used for things like marketing research for them,
Yeah, that
which
makes
means
it
to me
illegal.
they're selling your
That's
data.
right.
Is what it tells me. With that, but maybe not. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that.
No, I
but then
don't
I
think
went
so.
one step further than this, and Inspectlet, of course, has competitors, and we could look at those too if you want. But every single one of the competitors has major fucking websites on them too. So everybody's fucking using these.
But what info are they selling? Like I don't like. So in other words, you're putting
That's
your
a topic
perso-
for another show.
I guess, but my point
They're
is,
building psychological profiles on shoppers using credit card information and everything. So your credit card right now, you've used it at Shop and Stop and some other places. There's a list of all the shit you've ever fucking bought ever
Yeah.
that they're using. They're comparing that with other shoppers and they're trying to market to you and all this kind of stuff. So data is like, it's a big source of revenue right now. And I get that.
Yeah.
Right. And I understand that all of our shit's out there anyway. Right. But to see like an actual screen record of you navigating a site is kind of fucking creepy.
really fucking
And then it
creepy.
gets another level creepy when you realize like,
hope-
okay, here goes SiriusXM and ABC and all these other things.
I hope ChatterBait doesn't use it.
Bingo. That's where I'm going next with it. You think they don't? They fucking do. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? They want to know how people are using their sites just like everybody else. So is YouPorn, everybody else. So, and that's all tied to your place with your IP address.
YouPorn. I'm
So
always
for
on there.
so for us fucking schmucks, it doesn't particularly matter because nobody's really coming after us. But if you're fucking famous or you're a politician or something like that, that information's out there. And how fucking secure are these sites?
Yeah.
How secure is InspectLet from getting hacked?
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff from being compromised?
But how do they know your information? That's what I want to know. Like, oh,
They
because
watch you
have
type
your-
it in.
Yeah, but well,
I could
your
go to the
computer,
page,
They
I'm
have
not gonna
the
do
IP
it.
address too, right?
They have the IP address. They know the browser. They know what
So there's
site
no
I
way
was
out.
on.
There's
They
no way
know
out. You
they
can't
know
just
what
say-
site I was on before I got there. They know
Let me ask you a
my
question.
whole progress through the site.
Even if you put up like a VPN, could they get to it?
It's a screen record.
What's a VPN?
It's a way to try to
Virtual
block your
private
IP.
network?
What is it?
Virtual private network, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
And what does
Yeah.
that do?
Blocks your IP.
So like,
Oh,
okay,
really?
so maybe they don't have the
it's one of
IP
those security
address on
things.
it.
Okay,
But
I got you.
like, I could show you. I think without fucking it up here.
It's
like,
big in business where
So
people
just to
that
show you-
remote in from home.
so
they
just
use
to show you
VPN
up here,
pick
Scott,
secure
look.
servers.
To like block your information, kind of.
Yeah.
Scott, look up here. See, here's my IP address.
Yep.
Right, you can see it all. You can see the browsers that I've used and everything that's on here.
Wow.
So okay,
What is dickfinger.com? What is that?
Waiting for that.
that's I think my kids went there.
Oh, really?
Waiting for that. You know what's coming.
So I call bullshit on session recording because I think that's unfair. You know, and then we're talking about like porn sites and things like that. What about chat sites? What about like a site like Kik or Facebook or you know something where what's the
I
other one?
did your
WhatsApp.
mom last night. Yeah, I was on there.
Was that a website?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were just saying that.
Yeah, I know. I was non sequitur.
I did
I was
your
gonna
mom.
be like, I was
I
gonna be like,
did
she
your
was
mom
with,
dot com.
she was with me. I don't know. Like,
She's with me.com too.
we did your mom last night.
You might have session recording on there.
Probably do.
So I think it's important
Sweetie,
just for
I'm
everybody
just
to realize
kidding.
that this is what's going on
If
in the
you're
world right
hearing
now.
this is just a joke.
Yeah, I think it's important for everybody to know that that's what's going on in the world right now.
She can't hear you with a gun in her mouth upstairs.
What's that mean?
He was talking about his wife. He was talking to his wife.
Does that mean my wife has a gun in her mouth?
No, that means she's
She's
got
gonna
a gun
shoot
in
it.
her own mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
Never
I really
mind.
have to explain that to you?
I don't know. I guess I was just lost in my thoughts about my topic and not paying attention to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
nonsense.
yeah. I got you.
That's all
He's
right.
touched.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was a thing is the fact that there's some sort of screen recording that's going on, and you know,
I
kinda,
never heard of this.
Yeah, me neither. Until this guy sent it to me, right? Like I'd never even
And you
considered
would
that
think-
this was a thing.
And you would think that that's something that he shouldn't throw out in people's faces because they don't know what's going on, and that's something that they're using that service in order to quote unquote, help them make a better, more website or a better checkout process or whatever. They're using it for their own information. For him to throw that in your face, that's him just being.
I'm not even caught up on that. I don't
Hold
care
on.
about that.
You don't-
Like that's
Normally-
that no, because that's just one guy. This other thing that he threw in my face is so much bigger than just one
Of
guy
course
being
it
a
is.
dick.
Yeah, but I just,
Normally they have to let you know there's a third party. Like if you go on to like let's say I call bullshit.
Uh-huh.
You go onto this website, you have to let them know that there's a third party website.
Guess I don't know, but you know what? WordPress uses it. We're a WordPress site.
they do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's illegal.
So they have video of nobody clicking on our website ever.
They have video of nobody ever clicking on our website. Yep. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
They do. It's just every day. It's just page one again.
You know how you can
One of
show
one.
you know how you can show traffic, right? You know how they show traffic like YouTube. YouTube shows traffic of everybody, going on your, like if you got a page on YouTube It shows how many people visit your page on YouTube. That's YouTube personal tracking. They don't have a third party tracking.
That's Google Analytics.
Yeah. So if you if you go on YouTube or you go on Google, that's them doing their own thing. Something like this is illegal, man. They took your information. They're violating you.
It's not illegal. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why this
gotta
whole
be
thing.
illegal because they got your
Nope.
social security number. They got your
Well, I don't know about Social Security.
okay. They got your bank routing number. They got your banker.
They got my card.
Your
They got my
checking-
home address. They have all
Yeah,
that. But again, 21st century, right? Like you just assume nowadays that all that shit's out there anyway, right? So I assume when I order from that site, like the site for the air fresheners, I'm giving my credit card information to this site. I'm hoping it's legit, right? Because I don't, how many times you go order from a fucking place to get
An
car air freshener printed?
website.
Yeah, like never, right? So it's
didn't
not
know
like
they
there's
had those.
And me neither. It's not like there's a review thing that you can go for. You just pick one that seems reputable and you go for it, right? So okay,
Wait, so there's more than one car air freshener
oh
website?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I did some comparison shopping.
That's where you fucked up at.
That's why this one was so cheap. They sell all your info.
Wow.
So I don't know if they are selling my info or if they're not or whatever. But just the fact that on somebody's server, like somewhere out there, there's a catalog of everybody using websites all over the fucking world. And again, like for me, ordering that shit and buying things online. So this is on news. I ended up on the news for this, right? So I told I work in the television industry. I told somebody behind the scenes about it. And what's that?
Nothing.
Oh, just this thing going up? Yeah. This is the way my whole day is going. This is a very important point I'm trying to make.
I like how your mic
My
floats
microphone
up to
keeps
your
flying up.
forehead, and I laugh, and you go, "What's that?" like you don't know what I'm laughing at.
I knew.
Hell,
I just
I
wanted
did.
you to say it. There was a couple things that happened at the same time. I wasn't sure which one you were pointing out there. So I told them about it, and they picked up the story just because they thought it was interesting too. So and they put it out, and I
Well, it's
ended
good
up
for
getting
people to
interviewed.
know, obviously.
Yeah, and I
Obviously.
ended up getting interviewed and ended up in the 5 o'clock news today over this.
Which is great because, like I said, I'd never heard of this, and people should be aware. And I don't know if you have to agree, or if you do have to agree, where you agree. But there's always fine print. There's our whole lives. There's always been fine print that we don't read because
Was there a
it's-
fine print?
Who knows?
Can you go back to the site?
Okay, so in the news story, they said they had on a cyber expert who
Yeah.
said that there's fine print and you can opt out on the websites, right? I went back to that freshener site.
You don't
No
find
fine
any of that.
print.
There's nowhere to fucking opt out, and there's never been like think about any time you've gone to like eBay is one of those sites. Did you ever go to eBay and think like, oh, let me go opt out of
Anything?
session recording?
Yeah.
Like something you didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
no, and it's not like eBay. It's not like when you land on their page, they put up a thing that says like, you are about to be recorded, so everything you do here will be stored on somebody's servers.
Wow.
Are you okay with this? Like
Yeah.
they don't make it obvious. It's just happening in the background.
That's
And by
sad.
the way, in all of that information, like I said before, there's a whole like environment. I forget the word I'm looking for here. Like environment of information out there that's being bought and sold and traded and stuff, and like profiles are being built and AI gets involved and tries to figure out what you're going to buy next and markets to you and all that. So at some point here, I started thinking between phones and everything else, and I have a bunch of other topics that we could do on other shows that kind of go into this too, about information being bought and sold. But at some point, like our phone should just be fucking free. Like they should just give us these things because they're all making money off of
them anyway.
Like on
Yeah, but-
phones and internet service and everything. Like going to these websites and stuff. Like they're learning about us so they can sell to us, and we're not getting shit for that.
Yeah.
We're not getting anything for
And they're
that.
not going to give it to us for free anyway because it's just more money and more money and more money. They want more and more and more. And the majority of people, like myself, have no idea this stuff's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
And
So-
and look, I don't pretend to be any like techie guy or any of that shit, but like I feel like I'm pretty up on shit, like for the most part.
Right.
So when something like this is like thrown in my face, I'm really, how the fuck do we not know about this?
Have
You
you,
know?
ever
just weird.
bought anything off of eBay?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Shit. You fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that shit, man.
I bet you wish you just bought some of those pine tree air fresheners.
I definitely do.
Sharpie.
Just start scribbling on it.
Scribble your name on the back of it.
I definitely do, man.
Pine scent is
Send his
Yeah.
BS.
shake the marker. Damn it.
Man.
That's crazy, man. I
Well,
never and
But
you know
but to be fair, like it doesn't matter had I gone on that site or not, because even without that site, every other fucking site is doing it. And I mean, if you stop and think about it for a second, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't every site in the world be doing that?
But like, how do they store this information? It's
That's
incredible.
InspectLet's problem.
I know, but it's not a problem to them because it's just incredible to me how like how easy it probably is for a company like that to store and organize.
And
like
it's
if you
cheap.
open my dresser drawers, you'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like I can't even
Yeah.
organize. I can't even organize
word.
my dresser
Exactly.
drawer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are fucking literally like you walk in and they probably have like just warehouses full of racks
Of servers.
and servers.
Yeah.
And somehow it's probably encoded to just send your information to a certain location. It's fucking
People buy it.
mind blowing.
People buy it.
Yeah, you're right.
They buy
Yeah.
your info.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what
right.
they're doing
They buy it.
nowadays. Yeah.
And that's
Where-
why they do it.
Look at where your junk mail comes from. Where do you think that just shows up at your house?
Black market, man.
Specific junk mail, no less.
Really?
Well, look at when you just go online. You'll be online on the dreaded Facebook.
Yeah.
And you could have that window open and you could be on Google searching for something. And the next thing you know, what's coming up in the...
Oh yeah, on the
It's
side.
like,
It's the
how
last
the
thing you
hell did
search
they
for.
know?
Yeah.
Well, they know.
Yeah. You're right. I'm distracted
more
by the
about
way.
you
That's
than
like
you do.
that's like predictive AI that does that too, because they could take a sampling of a lot of people and say, okay, all these people have bought the same shit, and then 3/4 of those people then went on to buy this next. So to the other quarter people, they'll then market that thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Predictive AI.
Is
So
it-
but they can group on a large scale like that,
weird
like
shit,
fucking that now.
Is anybody else distracted by the dick shadow on Gary's chest?
No.
Or
Should I put... Wait, should I put it down? Oh. Should I make it so it's lower to my mouth?
I didn't even notice, Gary. Don't worry about it.
sorry, I had to point it out. There's definitely
But now that he said it, I mean,
that thing is definitely circumcised, by the way.
Move over this way, Gary.
Send her up, baby. Send her up.
Hell,
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
so,
man. That's
it
crazy.
Just, it just like this kind of goes into another topic, but so I won't go down this road entirely. But
Yeah.
you know how you get those phone calls every now and then that show up on your phone,
Every
and they're
now
like,
and again, it's all day long.
Yeah.
you know what that's from?
What?
That's from information sharing.
Yeah,
that's from
they
these.
s-
That's from
yeah.
these other
How
sites.
the fuck do we get rid of that? Is
I
there
could
a way?
I could tell you how it happens.
I can tell you how
Yeah.
to get rid of it too. It's an
All right,
800
you go first.
number.
Okay, it happens. You know when you get like a new app or something, and every now and then, like sporadically, a couple times a year, you'll get one of these things, and it wants to verify who you are, and it'll give you a choice of like email, or you could just we'll text you a link,
Yeah.
and then you just so everybody just says text me the fucking thing. You just gave them your phone number. That's now being sold.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
But and I'm
That's
being
what's
honest with
happening.
you. I just delete. I swear to God, when those emails come in, I delete it.
Not emails, phone calls. That's how they're getting. You know how you get those phone calls that seem
Okay.
they come from your area code and they're similar
Yeah,
to like that's
exactly.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
So when you download an app,
Yeah.
and like you're getting those phone calls for
oh,
this
when
reason.
you download
when
the
you-
app and you,
you-
select that,
You download the
Oh,
app. Hear me
okay.
out. You
I
download
got
the
you.
app, and then you have to verify that you're a real human being. And they either want to send you an email, and most people don't do that, or they just send you a text message, and then like you just plug in a code. But for them to send you a text message, you're giving them your phone number.
Okay.
Once they get your phone number,
it's over.
that's it. That's
And-
being sold.
So if you give them your email, you're getting spammed.
Yep.
Either way, you're getting it.
You're getting it.
So,
But that's why you're getting those. That's why everybody listening is getting those bullshit phone calls all the time.
It's amazing.
So all you do is text stop. When you get the phone call, you take the phone number and you text stop to it, and it stops calling.
even
Yeah.
even if that they don't text you an option that says that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just text stop and
Block
it
'em.
stop. Yeah.
I
Or
block,
block
You get
them.
some
I'm
weirdest-
blocking,
yeah,
but
I
I'm
just
blocking
block 'em.
numbers all day long.
I know.
All day
Yeah,
long.
I just
My
block
block
them.
list is like this.
I dude, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I know. It's
But
like,
the way that information is just being bought, sold, traded, and
Yeah,
used to
it's
profile
crazy.
us
That is
nowadays
so crazy.
is really sort of almost dystopian. It's like something with technology that I never expected, and I don't know if I would have signed up for. Like I like being able to go online, and I love the internet and all this kind of shit, but man, all that kind of starts to feel invasive because it's so much smarter than we are, and we don't even realize it's happening.
People are trading convenience or security for convenience.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
it's legit like the end of privacy we're gonna live through in our lives. You know, I mean, maybe not you, Marshall, but the rest
Yeah.
of us.
I never had any privacy. I don't have much life left anyway.
I think
So
you're
that's
good.
it. So I call bullshit on session recording, and I think
Yeah,
that's
crazy,
dystopian
man.
and scary.
And you know what?
And it landed me
and
on
I'm
the
glad
news today.
I know, which is pretty awesome. Now I could actually go back and we could all watch the segment afterwards.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
after it's done.
Definitely, I could probably put it on now.
Yeah, put it on, play it in the background.
Should we
see if I
throw
can
our
figure it out.
computers in the reservoir when we get home?
Yeah, seriously, at that point, right?
Honestly,
it
I-
starts
like,
to make
I-
you really think about that
I
shit, though.
really,
It really does.
like when I got that and I saw it, that's really how I felt. Like, fuck, I don't want to be online at all anymore.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know, I just don't like people having that on me.
Yeah, it's like
And I
the
mean, again, like, not that it really fucking matters because they're getting it from me in all other directions anyway. But that just seems so much more creepy for some
Hold
reason.
on, I gotta answer this porn.
What porn calls you?
Yes.
We miss you.
we haven't seen you in 8 hours.
Come back to me.
Come back on me. I'm hooked on and Clay. You know,
Phonics?
we've talked about this.
Should be.
Dick. Life Below Zero.
Yeah.
You watch that? No. Oh, you should. You'd love it.
No.
It's right down your alley. Seriously, it is Life Below Zero. So
Right down your alley.
That is
right up your
really
alley.
Low, man. Up your alley.
what do they say? Up your alley or down
It's
your
up
alley?
your alley.
Did I say down your alley? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Hey, it's right down your alley.
You
Dick
probably saw
chest.
that on Chatterbait.
But no, it's people living off the grid out in Alaska. It's a great show.
No, I know what the show is. I just
Oh, okay.
my father-in-law watches it.
Okay. But my point is, I watch a lot of that lately, and it's like I can never do that. I'm not that person. But my point is, you envy them.
Well,
What?
seeing all this stuff now, it's like, wait, they know.
Well,
what
yeah,
about me
you
for
envy
like
those
living
people.
off the grid
you
like
envy
that?
those
Yeah.
people. You're like nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, people know they exist for the right reason because they're getting paid
Like
for
Alaska
people to know.
sounds mighty good right about now.
Yeah, seriously, man, just throw this shit out.
It's gonna be it'll be too clunky if I try to call that up right
Okay.
now. So I'll you just have to sit here vamping for hours. So
Yeah,
forget it.
I
I'll
got
do it
you.
later.
That's cool.
I'll
Though.
show you guys after the show.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it now.
Yeah.
Yep, it's good stuff. It's
Yep.
good stuff.
I'm even
And
queued up
it's-
for the end of the show.
And again, it's good information.
with it.
You know, the majority of people out there, I would guess, probably don't know this. You know, it exists.
yeah,
So get the word out there so people know,
that's what I think.
and they think about that shit now
It
when you're
kind
doing
of is
stuff.
out there because didn't Zuckerberg go before Congress about the whole
Yeah, but not-
privacy concerns? This is just another layer of it.
Yeah, well, so that's Facebook's like business model is like they're selling everything that, you know, like if you go onto Facebook and you're like, I like Black Sabbath and Kiss and all this other kind of stuff, they start building a profile on the pages you like, and then that gets packaged, bought, and sold. And that was part of the reason why Zuckerberg ends up in front of Congress, because all that was, you know, privacy concerns and everything. So yeah, this is like another level of that, but I don't know if they were necessarily doing session recording, but it would make sense that they were, because I remember hearing about a year ago that if you went on Facebook and you started typing out a message to somebody and then you fucking deleted that and then typed out like the message and then entered it, that Facebook would have everything. It would have the thing you
Even
deleted
the stuff that you started.
and then deleted. It would have all
Glad
that.
I don't
so,
have Facebook.
yeah,
Dude,
but
if
that's
I
what I'm
could
saying.
see-
But this is, if they're doing session recording, then that's how they're getting it. That's why.
If I could see those 2 a.m. messages of me like typing shit and then deleting, like drunk typing, deleting,
NSA would have been at your house by now. so
saying
I
the shit,
wouldn't really worry
saying
too
the
much.
shit to like my friends and family that I really wanted to say, and then maybe rethinking a little bit depending how drunk I am. I would actually really like to see that. Everybody would see the real messages that you really wanted to put out.
Fuck, man. Ugh.
You still trying to get it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get it for this. I should have had it ready. to
That's
go.
all right.
My
We'll
bad.
post it. We'll post it. We'll put it up. You know,
Yeah,
we'll take
whatever.
the segment. We'll put it up on Twitter.
Yeah, or
Put it
whatever.
on.
Twitter.
Put it on
or-
our Facebook page.
You can. Yeah. All right. So session recording. So that
Yeah,
was
man.
it for me for
It's great.
session recording.
It's cool.
Yep.
Can't wait to see it.
All right. On to the next topic.
It's hard to follow that. You know, so I'm
That
just
was
gonna.
pretty nice, man.
Yeah, man, that's good shit. I'm gonna so I'm gonna do something that I think is gonna be kind of quick. So I'm gonna go one by one. Do you go to the doctor regularly? Regularly.
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm pointing to you.
Yeah, but the listeners can't see that.
Oh, so Clay, do you go to the doctor like for a periodic checkup? Physical? Do you have a doctor?
Well, okay. Let me put it this
Do
way.
you know they exist?
Yes, I have a doctor, and it's complicated because I'm changing him, and then it's also complicated because
Changing
Why do you
doctors?
change
yeah,
your
I'm
doctor?
gonna change my doctor,
Okay.
and then it's also complicated because I would normally say no to that question, but because of the operation I went through
Yes.
last year,
So you have to have checkups and
but
follow-ups.
I haven't really been back. Like I went back, and then so for like a year, no. but only
Okay.
and
So
but before
recently, yes.
that, let's
because of that.
let's just say no. Let's just say like I'm normally not going to go to a doctor.
Not even for like a periodic checkup.
What's that? My period?
Yeah, they check your period. Just make sure it's flowing.
I've
Right.
never had my period checked.
Do your kids go to doctor
For their periods?
for their periods?
Yes, it's really severe ones.
Those are called gunshot wounds.
Gary,
No.
Marshall,
Yes.
and I do maybe probably like once a year, or depending if I want steroids or
Period.
period drugs.
Blood.
Okay, so Clay, the last doctor that you went to for your operation, your diverticulitis, what kind of shape's he in?
Really good shape.
Is he?
actually? Yeah, that guy.
You don't go to doctor? You do. What kind of shape's your doctor in?
It's not that I
Excellent
don't
shape.
go. I don't go regularly.
Okay, but do you have a right like when you go? So you have a guy you've been seeing.
I have a regular doctor. Yes.
What kind of shape's he in?
It's a woman doctor.
Forget it. Fuck her. She's not a real doctor. No, I'm just kidding, people. I
did.
No. What kind of shape she in? She in good shape?
Yeah.
She
She
heavy?
doable?
She heavy?
On a scale from 1 to Marshall.
One to Marshall.
Don't answer that.
Oh no. I feel obliged to now.
The show's over. There's no
She'd be a
recovery
you.
from that.
She'd
no
be a
recovery
Scot.
from that.
She would be a.
She would be a
Scot.
Scot.
So she's a little round.
No, she's not. Not at all. Very thin.
Wait, Scott is not.
Yeah, I know.
How would she be a Scott?
All right, so I'm calling bullshit on fat doctors. That's what I'm calling bullshit
How
on.
can you do that?
You know what? No argument there.
That's what I'm saying.
Doctor shouldn't be fat.
It's very simple. It's
No,
very
that's
plain
not
and
true.
very
I
simple.
mean,
But
that's
there's
not true.
That's not true.
a doctor should not be fat.
That doesn't make him unhealthy because he's fat.
It's not. Don't take this as like.
Yes, it
don't
does.
take it personal. But what I'm saying is, if you are preaching health to somebody on a regular basis,
Yeah.
you should be in very good health and very good shape yourself.
Okay.
Right?
Really?
You disagree?
agree
You
with
can
that.
tell me if you disagree.
No, I do. I
want to hear the
disagree
other
with
side of
that.
it.
The only reason why I disagree with that is because maybe this doctor has lived his life and tired of telling you what to do, and you're not getting it. So he's like smoking his cigarettes, and he's fed up with shit. I'm 72 years old. What
Yeah,
the hell?
but my
You're not-
point is, I don't want to go to that guy for advice on how to be healthy because he's given up. So he shouldn't be practicing.
I don't know, man. I just think that they're not there to give you. They're there to tell you what you should be doing. They're not there to tell you.
But isn't it lead by example?
No,
No?
That's okay. That's a different topic, and that's for a different show.
Okay.
Lead
That
by
kinda is his
example,
topic.
huh?
I think that. I mean, this. I'm with Scott on this one. You can't.
a
You
doctor don't-
You can't be a fat fucking doctor, man. You
can't.
just can't be.
A doctor is not.
You
What's
can't
your
come in and say,
criteria
you know-
for fat?
No.
The whole. What's your criteria for fat?
Fatter than me?
According to the BMI,
Round?
which is a joke, I'm almost obese.
No shit.
According to the BMI.
No shit.
Listen, a doctor is not.
What is the
someone
BMI?
you-
It says right here,
Body
I'm
mass
almost
index.
fat.
What?
Body mass index. It's the
See,
height
again,
and your weight.
that's one of those things that we say. Why do we say BMI? Just say body mass index, so that, right?
What?
And I'm not. That's not. I always bring this up.
That's too many syllables.
Yeah, just BMI.
There's too many
BMI.
superlatives.
No, serious. A doctor's not there for you to praise. They're just there to tell you what to do. And if you don't do it, that's your decision.
So
Obviously.
a doctor could look at you and say, okay, here's what's wrong, regardless of whatever condition that doctor's in. I agree with that. But
Yes.
if you're gonna go in there and say, you know what you need to do is fix your diet and exercise more, fuck you,
Yeah,
man. Why don't you come
exactly.
running with me, you bitch?
Exactly.
You tell me what's your workout plan,
My
fucker.
my doctor. I've been going to him for like 25 years, let's say 30 years, maybe.
you're old.
He's fat. Okay, he's round. He's not like he doesn't walk around
So
like.
why
a-
are you going to him for
a shitty
25
doctor.
years?
Because
Yeah.
I've been going there a long time, but my.
He wasn't fat when he started.
But see, this didn't hit me till recently.
He's
This
at
didn't hit
that
me till
age now
recently.
where if he tries
So
to
he would
change,
say
it'll
to me,
just be
you know,
weird.
as I started getting heavier
weird.
and older, he would say like, he's like, yeah, you're getting a little big there, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever, I like beer and whatever, and he's like, yeah, do you lose your breath when you tie your shoes now? And I'm like, yeah, a little bit, and he's like, yeah, that's been happening to me forever, and I'm like, where the fuck am I right now?
Hey, I'm
Like,
relating with a fat doctor.
yeah,
What
shouldn't
have
you
I
be-
gone wrong in my life?
Shouldn't you be encouraging me or like, giving me a pill that'll make me look like Brad Pitt or something. Like I don't just like don't
There's no Brad Pitt pill.
Brad Pittless.
there whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
that's
I'll
what
take
you would
it.
be.
There's
but
no
my-
Brad Pitt pill.
No, but my point is like why are we having this discussion? I come here. All right, so here check this out.
You're supposed to do that there.
And I have kids. So my kids go to
Not
the
supposed to come
pediatrician.
to the
Their
doctor.
pediatrician is amazing. He's an amazing doctor. I love him to death. He's a little bit round.
Comes in juggling. Like, hey everybody! Wow, this guy's fucking amazing. Who wants to see a card trick?
One
Wow.
hand juggling.
It's like you're cured.
Like, Scott, look at this
amazing.
magic trick. Just close your eyes and pull your pants down a little bit, please.
Me and my wife are just hugging. I love him so much. He's so great.
Look what he's doing to George.
But he's a little bit round. Like he's not. He's like
See?
me. He's got a big belly.
Right.
But he's not like you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like. I'm just playing along with him. I'm kidding. We're like the same size. But no, my point is But my point is like he's a little bit round, right? And he's telling my kids the right thing. He's like, so you know only like X amount of hours per day, you know, with screens, and you have to be outside, and you have to exercise, and no soda, and
Yeah.
stay away from sugar.
Good advice. It's all
And
good.
It's all great advice. And but when we left
He's
there,
eating a Snickers while he's telling them.
absolutely, that's my point. It's like, and again, he's not obese. He's just a
but-
little bit round. So
That's fine.
But for example, you could have a doctor that is.
What I do?
What the hell?
Oh, you know what I did? Scott just broke the third wall.
What you do, bitch?
You're not talking to your microphone.
I did talk in my
No,
microphone.
you're like talking to Scott.
I said that's fine.
He was just, dude. Clay was just like he was just playing along. He's like got his pencil and he's like, dude, and then he was just like,
I'm gonna fuck Marshall up.
Like that motherfucker's not talking to his microphone.
Look, that's fine.
his eyes couldn't come off.
That's fine,
But-
man.
but-
It is okay for a doctor to be out of shape because
it's
you're
not.
not worshiping your doctor.
All right, then if all doctors need to be people that are in shape, then and
I didn't say they all do.
and
I
like
just
Olympic track runners, then how come most driving instructors are old people who can't drive to save their freaking life?
exactly. And
Maybe we
point.
should get
It is a
NASCAR
great-
drivers to be driving. Oh, that'd
I
be
agree with
fun.
that.
absolutely,
Fuck
yeah.
That'd be
Fuck,
fun.
that would
yes.
be awesome. Are you kidding me?
Retired
get it.
NASCAR drivers.
Yo, what?
there
Or,
isn't
Bump and
any.
run. Bump
Or like-
if they're in front of you, bump and run.
what if you had a teacher that doesn't even have a fucking high school diploma? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
What?
As long as I graduate, I don't give a fuck.
Just sign the paper and I get out of here. We
not
go about
I
our
just want
day.
to go. I want to be class clown.
Now, I'm just saying, if you're giving advice, that's like, you know what it is? We all run into the guy, you know, that goes like, hey, you know, I went to a deli, and there's a guy in town, and whatever. Point being is, I was in this deli, and this guy was like giving me, and this guy's literally tripled in weight over the last like 5 years I've known him.
Is this a doctor? Or
No,
a
this is just a
person?
regular guy. He owns a business in town.
Have I?
No, not you. But so this is a regular guy. He's got a business, but he's gotten real big. He used to be in real good shape. He runs a gymnastics school.
Okay.
He was in really good shape. He's huge now. And I was at a deli. I went to get a Snapple out of the fucking refrigerator. And he's like, "Oh, you know how much sugar's in that? You know, you should really like think about like water and like here, read the label and look." And I'm like, "Look at you." I think, dude, I watch you when I walk in here. I watch you shove Taylor Ham in your face every
But
day.
he coulda
Don't
had-
give me advice. Stop giving me advice. That would be like me giving people advice on how to be skinny when I don't even take my own advice and try to be skinny.
But some people have, you know, a disease. You know, that it's a disease.
different. That's different.
Yeah. But that's maybe what
different.
that's probably his
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, dude, I know genetics. Everything's involved. My brother's like this.
Yeah.
He eats more than I do, and I'm fucking fat, and I eat and drink less than he does. I understand that genetics are different. I get that. But I was just using examples.
Well, that's what
But,
I mean.
but as a doctor, if I'm going to come in and you're going to tell me, hey, you got to start exercising, you just got to start eating better, you know, you put on 20 pounds, your fucking your cholesterol, whatever. It's like, well, look at you, motherfucker. You fucking look like Michael J. Fox when you're talking to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
you're
you
just
can't
like,
make fun. Can't make fun of Michael, man.
No, I just mean like he's, you know, he had all kinds of issues himself, and he's like he had a twitch for a while. He had a twitch. He'd be like, yeah, so get up. So, I'm not making that up.
Are you gonna
He's
change
just like, yeah,
doctors?
you know, your
Best
cholesterol,
surgeon I ever had.
you know, your cholesterol is a
Are
little
you
high.
gonna Are you gonna change doctors or are you gonna stay with them?
I'll probably stay with him.
And just because
No, I don't know. I don't know what to do yet.
That's a
and just
vasectomy
because if
doctor.
a doctor is not fat or skinny, you don't know what their lifestyle is, though. They could be.
Oh no, he tells me.
They could be
But yes,
couch
you're right.
potatoes too.
Absolutely.
And just because they're thin doesn't mean they're in shape.
Yes, and they, people have stressful lives, and I understand. I know what's going on in this guy's life. I know why he's twitching. It's a lot of stress. He's got a crazy thing going on, and you don't know people's lives, and you can't. And I'm using him as an example, but I'm not judging particular people. I'm just saying, as a doctor, I think you should probably not be unhealthy and overweight when you're preaching health.
I agree.
That's all.
I don't.
Sorry,
I disagree
Marshall, you're
with
out on this one, man.
I'm a little.
In the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard line to cross because you're not supposed to worship the doctor. He's only there to tell you what to do. That's all he's there for. He's there not to make your life better. He's just there to.
Did you play?
But you say
Do it-
worship, like that's like the guy's an example. Like it's
No.
not worship and somebody setting a good example are two different things.
He's not an example. He's just there to tell you. That's all he's there. Like,
but he's telling you eat better and exercise,
that's
and
right.
he's not doing it. And he's a doctor.
my doctor tells me every day, you got to take your pills if you want to stay alive. He doesn't say, I got to eat healthy. I got to take my pills. I got to do. No.
But
Look,
did he
are
ever
you going to
t-
take financial advice from a rich guy or somebody who's fucking broke?
you never
You know
know.
what I mean? You're going to take it from the rich guy because the
not
poor
gonna-
guy's. Yeah, you are because the poor guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He
Okay.
lost all his money.
I'm gonna be. This is political, okay?
How dare you?
I'm gonna go political real quick.
You said there was going to be no.
I did.
Yeah,
I have to go
this
political.
is an unexpected turn.
Yeah, really.
I have to go political real quick.
All right.
I wouldn't take
All
it.
right, that's all the time we have.
Hurry! Get it in!
Peace out. I got
No,
it.
go ahead.
No, I wouldn't take advice from. I'm not going to say names, so I wouldn't take advice from someone democratically that was shit faced, and someone that was Republican that was running high, or someone Republican that was shit faced over someone that was democratically running low. So what sense does that make? What I'm trying to say
None
is
so far.
what I'm trying to say is
He's getting there. Give him a minute.
what I'm trying to say is just because your numbers are low or high doesn't mean that you're better than me or I'm better than you. Just because you live in a house and I live in a tree doesn't mean you're doing any better than me.
But I'm talking about in my example of financial advice, which I said before, right? Like the guy who comes in let's say you give two people $10,000 and one guy turns it into $1 million and the other guy loses all of it. You're going to listen to the advice from the guy who made $1 million out of it because that guy figured some shit out that you didn't. Right. And he set an example, too. Like he's going to say, now here's $10,000 for you. Here's what you could do to do the same thing I did. That's like a fucking doctor coming in who's in shape and everything that tells you, you know what you need to do? You need to eat better and you need to exercise more. Somebody shows up in shape. You go, you know what? Fuck, he's right. He's right.
Look at him.
Look at him.
If
He's
anything,
doing it.
it's inspiration.
He's doing it.
It's inspiration.
Forget about the inspiration.
Let's-
He's
No,
doing
I
it.
don't wanna
He's-
forget about
Let's look at it like
He's living
this.
it. He's living it.
Yeah.
So he's doing it.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Did you
Whereas
play
the fat
sports?
guy, it feels like a lesser point when like a fat doctor comes in and tells you like this is what you need to do.
Shut up,
but
fatty.
he's not fucking doing it. It makes you feel like, well, then everything he just said is fucking bullshit, and I'm not going to do it because he doesn't even care enough to do
Did you
it.
play sports growing up?
Yeah,
What'd you play?
football.
So if your football coach came to you and said, "Hey, how are you? I'm Coach so and so. I've never played football in my entire life, but I'm your coach." You're gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on here? Why would he be coaching me?"
No, because
never
there's-
played football.
There's plenty of coaches right now in basketball, right now, that's never coached before, and they're
Never
doing
coached,
pretty,
but never played. I said.
excuse
Like,
me,
why-
that's never
yeah,
played,
yeah.
played before, and they're
Is
doing
there?
a pretty good job at it.
Really in basketball?
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Name one. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. I did that to you on another show before. I'm messing with you. No, but my point is like you don't want somebody leading you that doesn't really know how to set the example. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's take it like this. Let's say the two of you got $10,000, just like you said.
I wish.
Clay
Wait, do we have to split it or we get 10 each?
and Scott. I give both of you $10,000. All right, and let's say you did the same thing, the same exact thing. Both of you ran a computer store. One of you failed. Does that make you smarter than him?
Yes.
Let's say you succeeded and Scott fails. Does that make you smarter
fuck?
than him?
Why do I
It's
have
not.
to fail?
It's not smarter. It's like, who are you going to go to for advice? Now you're the third party, right?
Yeah, we're not
So you're
judging
gonna-
people.
Are you going to go to the guy
Well-
with the successful computer store, or the guy with the failed computer store, to find out how to make your computer store work?
I would go to both to get the analytics from both of you to see which one of you, what did you do to make yours successful? What did he do to make his fall?
But you're already starting off. Let's look at it this way to draw the direct comparison. It would be like you have a failed computer store and you're going to somebody else with a failed computer store saying like, what did you do to
Maybe
make yours
he-
fail? And then the guy with the failed store tells you some shit that he thinks would be successful, but he's not sure.
How you doing?
Whereas the guy who actually did it and is, like they're successful, actually knows some shit and it's tangible. You can see it.
Maybe you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And maybe somebody's advice is just worth a little bit more than somebody else's in that situation.
that could be
So that goes
I
down
think that's
to
what it comes down to. It's not judging people as failures or people are better than others. I just mean, as a doctor, I feel like look, practice what you preach. It's that simple. That's what it comes down to. If you're out there telling people that you need to be healthy and this is how you do it, then you need to be that what do they call that? A carbon footprint or some shit. You need to be.
Something like that.
But you need
Sort
to
of
be
a non
that.
sequitur.
Yeah, I was trying to sound smart for a minute, but you need to be that example. Basically, is what it comes down to. You need to say, "Look, this is how I do it, and I want you to try it." For example, like you said, your doctor says take all these pills and you'll be healthy. There's a lot of doctors out there that say, "No, motherfucker, don't take pills.
Well, I
Eat
did
this,
have
eat
one
this.
say that to me.
Let's start moving. Let's start exercising. Eat greens. Eat whatever." Like I don't know, but I've watched documentaries. There's people out there that don't believe in pills.
Right.
So there's all different kinds of people. But my point is, just doctors in general. If you're going to preach to me health, then when I walk in, I kind of want to see some good health in front of me.
I think we're beating a dead horse here.
I think we are.
we're saying the same point.
We
over
are.
and
We're
over
going in
again.
circles. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we got to the point.
I think you're right.
And I
Well,
like the
I
other side. We, it's good. That's the point of the show.
Oh, just agree to disagree, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, listen. There's no hate. I still love you.
For the time
We're all
being.
friends here.
Yeah. So bullshit. Fat doctors are bullshit.
Yeah.
I like that.
And so is session recording. So
And we're
fuck
gonna-
all that.
Can we make an air freshener that says fat
Fat
doctors are
doctors are
bullshit?
bullshit.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could make one in
No,
the
you
shape
could.
of a fat doctor.
I wonder what the shipping would be.
Skinny
Like.
doctors should drive Ubers. How about that? motherfucker?
Could be a 350-pound air freshener.
This fucking thing's strong, bro.
It would be like if you ordered air fresheners and when you open them, they smell like nothing.
Like nachos.
You'd be like, what?
Nacho air fresheners. Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, see?
Nachos and bad decisions.
I would definitely want to see what bad decisions smelled like.
Dark ice.
All right.
All right. Well, that's it for us again.
Good time,
Another
good
week,
time.
another podcast down the tubes.
Gary, thank you for coming up.
Thanks for
sitting
having
in.
me.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Anything you want to plug while you're here? To our 3 listeners, me, Marshall, and Scott.
Maybe your new MySpace account.
Oh, congrats on that. Marshall, you? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I would do. I would like to plug.
His fat doctor.
Thank you, my fat doctor. No, thank you, Bronx Boys, for
Oh, it's a pizza place this week again.
yes,
Yeah,
they're
when you bring
pretty
the
good
pizza?
guys.
When are you going to go back to Tony's, man? What
Yeah,
happened?
I was there today, man. I was.
But you're not plugging him on the show. You're
Can we
plugging
do
the
a
pizza
show
place.
from Tony's?
I was
We
about-
should.
We need
that
to
be
go
a-
to Tony's.
All right, we'll
man.
talk about
The
that
Bronx,
off the air.
the pizza place wants us too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we could do 2 shows over in Newburgh World with
Like
Marshall.
for real? You guys talked about that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
All right,
All
good.
right. iCallBSPodcast.net. All the links to all the places you could listen to us. Download it. It's all there for you and for us. And please subscribe and listen again if you like the show, I suppose. And I think that's it, right?
Thank you, YouTube, for joining in. To the 1-0 of you.
If anybody did,
Yeah.
probably not. I don't know. The YouTubers.
1-0 is
YouTube.
10.
Yeah.
We're YouTuber influencers. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Peace out.